Hello, my name is Tim Elvin. I'm going to be your instructor for Math 9, Finite Mathematics, for this summer 2018 term. And I know we have a couple of weeks before the semester starts, but in case anyone want to start early or get a early going on it, I want to give you a little quick course introduction, what you'll be expecting when we meet in a couple of weeks. So here's you can see I have our course Canvas page, which is available. You should be able to access this now. Right here we've got the Syllabus tab. I have the syllabus here for you. And I'll go over this in a little bit of detail on our first day of class, but just to get some basics down, we're going to have 2 exams in this class. You do not need to buy a fancy calculator. We're meeting in the computer lab. I'm actually going to use some free software packages for most of our computational needs in this class. And right now, this might change, but right now we're going to use the online homework Wildly Plus. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And your course breakdown, 70% on the 2 exams, 18% homework, 12% we'll have some group projects throughout the 6-week term. Okay, so I'll go over this in more detail when we get to class. But in case you wanted to start early, and I've received a couple emails from you saying you haven't taken a math class in a while. One thing you want to look at is the review of linear equations. This is the first chapter of our textbook. We are not going to cover this in class. This should be a prerequisite material. But if it's been a long time since you've taken a math class, or you feel a little weak on your linear equations, y equals mx plus b, all that stuff, I suggest you click on here. And if you do so, this is going to lead us to, right here, open this up for a new tab, our online homework system. So if you haven't purchased anything for this class yet, I'll click to accept here. And what I'm going to suggest that you do is if you are definitely going to take the class and you bought a new copy of the book and it has a registration code, enter your code here. If that's not the case, then I'd suggest you go down to this 14-day grace period. So once you click on this, right here, begin grace period, you have 2 weeks. And then after that, you don't lose any of your material. You just won't be able to access it anymore until you pay the registration fee. But if you're not sure about the course, or even if you are and you just want to kind of play around, try to get a head start on some of the assignments, I suggest you click on the begin grace period. And when you have access to this Wildly Plus, it does include an electronic copy of the book. So you do not need a physical copy of the book, unless, of course, you prefer reading a physical copy. In fact, I have 2 copies of the book. I'd be happy to loan one out for a couple days at a time. There's a couple at the library for checkout. So don't feel like you have to buy a physical copy of the book. And one thing, at least for right now, the current cost is $100. So I am currently negotiating with Wiley, the publishing company, to try to lower that to $70. So if that's the case, I will send out a message through Canvas saying that the price is lowered. So as I said before, if you're not sure about any of this, just click on that 14-day grace period. I'll do that. And you will have to sign in, make an account if you don't have one, all that good stuff, but you shouldn't have to pay anything. And this is the first assignment. It's not really assignment because it doesn't count for or against you. Just kind of review some mathematics that you need for the class. So if you just passed a intermediate algebra class or algebra, you don't have to worry about this. Otherwise, you can go through this in practice. All right, now the last thing I want to talk about very quickly is first module. We're going to cover finance. We're going to jump around in this course. There's a lot of different, very different topics in this course that we're going to cover. And one of them might be one of the more difficult ones, but maybe one of the most important is basic finance, looking at mortgages, debt, savings, annuities, all that stuff. So once you get access, if you click right here, Chapter 6, this is going to give you an electronic version of the textbook. So here you got the book right here. You can click around on different sections. So if you don't mind reading material online instead of a physical copy, Again, you could just use the Wiley Plus to read the textbook. All right, I think that's it. If you have any questions, I actually am going to be around most of the time in the next couple weeks. I'll probably check my email once or twice a week until summer term starts. Then I'll check it daily. But feel free to send me an email if you have any more questions, and I look forward to meeting you in a couple of weeks.